Welcome to With Miska podcast episode some number, and it's December 16th, and I'm here recording it. I'm doing it with a different setup because I did not have batteries, but I have this iPhone microphone setup, so it should be okay. Yes, year is almost done. Let's play some music. I need to find my pick. Yeah, so I think last time I did it, it was late summer, early spring, not early fall. This is an old CMX song called Manalainen, underworld thing. And then the punk thing starts, like the punk part. I played that, let's see, I'm 45 years old, so I played that about 30 years ago. And I remember famous Finnish guitar player Timo Kämäräinen told me that because I don't really have a good musical ear, so I couldn't get the notes from the CD. So Timo listened to it and wrote me notes like, how should I play it? And I was just remembering it. I don't know why, but it's still in my fingers. I haven't played this riff for a couple of years. Talvi and something. Ave Yrjänä, the singer of the CMX, sings it really well. Yes, year. This has been an interesting year because I was chosen Performer of the Year by Finlandia Foundation. So that means that I've been able to tour about 13 different states with my immigrant story, one-person show. I'm just aware of my breathing because I can hear it. Because I can hear it from the headphones. Yes, so I've been able to tour. I wrote this comedic monologue called My Immigrant Story. It's about 40 minutes long, and I was chosen to be the Performer of the Year for American Finlandia Foundation, which means that I basically got a travel grant. So I've been able to do about 13 different states, go to those Finnish communities there and do my show there, and I get paid a little bit from that too. So it's been interesting because I have artistically big achievements because I did my show. I wrote my show, I did it, and then I've been touring with that. But then also, it's not being financially that busy. So I really need to find a way to make more money. I've been doing camera work too. About a couple of jobs every month, but usually they are like small web series, commercials, music videos, something like that. So I'm working all the time, but the jobs that I do not pay that much. So I've been trying to think like how to make more money, how to make more money, because how much I'm making now, it's really not enough to support. It's barely enough to support, but this is not like it's not going to be good for in a long run. So I've been doing some food delivery sometimes because I did that during COVID. And during COVID, it was actually okay because there was nothing else and people were giving really good tips. But now I've sort of tried it and it's not worth it. If everything goes well, the most you can make after gas is about $20, which is like that if you would do that many hours a day, you would be able to sort of support yourself. But I don't do it many hours a day. I only do it sometimes for a few hours. So that helps a little bit, but it's really not like that's not what I want to be doing and that's not the way to go. Of course, I make some money with acting and all that. But here living in Los Angeles, I hear an airplane. Living in Los Angeles, you need to actually make quite a lot of money just to pay all the bills. So I've been trying to figure out, okay, so because we've been pretty creative the whole year. I have done the shows. We have done many music videos with Jaakko Manninen and Maria Voltaine. Our new music video is, what is it called? Book Santa Claus. Santa is from Finland. It's like a Christmas type of rap battle between a Finnish Santa and another kind of Santa. So that's really fun. If you want to hear that, it's on YouTube, and maybe I can link it here. And then we did the song, but we used parts of Ice Ice Baby, and then another song by Eve and Gwen Stefani. I forgot the names. Something like that. Maria sings that. So we used some of other parts of the song, so it's a little bit like parody remix type of thing, and some old traditional Christmas songs. Well, I noticed that I find it difficult that I'm not looking at the camera all the time. I don't know if I need to be looking. I can look anywhere I want. So, and then we also did our own version of Dr. Alban's "It's My Life, It's My Life, It's My Life, It's My Life" from Dr. Alban. And the song is called Hauliwood Dreams. And we changed the name of our band from Hauliwood Vampires to Hauliwood Dreams. And the reason for that is, by the way, when I'm looking that way, I'm not looking at the screen, I'm just looking outside. But I know the camera is there. And for you all listening, the setup is pretty simple. I'm sitting here, and in the background you can see curtain and a wall, a little bit of bed. Yeah, so we did that too. So, and in summer, yeah, so there has been all sorts of creative stuff, but I just need to figure out how to make more money. Unless maybe I'll book, I have a commercial audition in a couple of hours, so maybe I book that and I make some money. But yeah, so I've been thinking, like, because I'm really active in acting, I do it all the time, I audition all the time. So I don't feel that I'm not being creative enough. And I have this podcast with Miska. So I don't feel that I wouldn't be creative enough. But unless if I score some big part that pays a lot, the everyday life I need to be making more. So food delivery, not good. Then I put an application in, like, if they wanted substitute teachers, because the job that I would do needs to be fully flexible whenever I have an audition, or like today I have an in-person audition, which is sort of rare because usually 95% of the auditions are self-tapes, but today I'm going to a place, I'm gonna show them if I look like a security guard. They're looking for a security guard for some commercial, and then then I'm going to go. That will be my audition today, which I'm very thankful for. And I get to do self-tapes almost every day, so there's a lot of opportunities here. I just need to book them. I need to book the bigger ones. Yeah, so then I also put them like an application, like a not that well-made application, if I wanted to be a substitute teacher, because that might be sort of solution. But then I don't think the application is done that well, but you can upgrade it later any time you want. It would be interesting to be a substitute teacher in LA school district, Los Angeles. And but some people actually say that the private schools pay more. So I could just, like, when I don't have any money coming in, I could do that for a day or so. But I haven't heard from them for months. So, and then I also looked at regular job applications, and this grocery store was looking for people who sell like natural remedies or vitamins or stuff like that. And you don't even you give out free samples, but you make more the people buy your product. So it's not really just giving samples to people. So it's actually trying to sell stuff to people. And I guess I don't know if there are vitamins, some stuff that I needed to Google because I wasn't sure how it works. So that didn't work. I never went there. I just spoke with them, but I sort of feel I'm curious how it would have felt, because I would be selling some stuff that I really don't even believe in, and then which is not good. Or I don't know. I don't know anything about how that kind of stuff works. And at least for Finnish people, because I've been selling magazines when I was younger in Finland. Okay, I accidentally cut it because I got some notice on my phone. I need to set up the backup again too. Back up again. So this backup recording, I mean. Yeah, so at least in Finland, because I have sold magazines before via phone about 22 years ago. It was not that easy, but I was like, okay, selling is not going to be easy. But maybe Americans are different. Maybe Americans want to buy stuff. So the only thing that I'm sad that job didn't work out is because it would be fun to have an experience. Maybe Americans really like to buy stuff, but I have never sold any that kind of stuff to Americans. Yeah, so yeah, I'm glad that I'm not doing that. But then I met this lady in a party who said that but her husband does day trading. And I just, oh yeah, day trading, like with the stocks, and it's quick. And then I started to think about it and research. So I've been studying and trying to do day trading, not even Bitcoin and stuff, but like stocks. And you buy them and then you might sell them for 5 to 30 minutes later. And I just noticed it's actually easier when I'm not looking at the camera, but maybe I should look in the camera more. I don't know. Maybe it's easier to talk that way. Talk that way. So, day trading. I don't really have much money to put into it, but I've been studying it. I woke up today at 6 because that's when the trading things opens in East Coast, and we're in the West Coast. We're 3 hours behind. And I've been studying it via YouTube videos, which is always the best way to study. But nowadays it actually, I guess, it is some kind of real thing. So I've been studying it and trying. And for the first time in a long time, I feel that this is that kind of skill that I might be able to do. Because I was okay in mathematics when I was younger. In high school, I was better in mathematics than in some other subjects. So what the people are talking about day trading and how it goes and all those terms, I feel that I'm sort of understanding it. That this might be something that might work. So it's weird to find that kind of thing that you haven't ever, in this age, to find a new skill or something that you have not done before and you feel that you might get a hang of it. So I've been trying that with like very little. I have $400 in the account. But there's certain ways they tell you to do it, and I've been doing it, and I really haven't made much money, but I feel that, okay, this makes sense. Okay, I might made a little bit there. I lost some there. Because if day trading worked, if I became good in it, that might be actually a solution to all my problems. Because I noticed that I don't really have many things that I would like to externally solve a part, like I would just need to make some more money. So if this works, because it's sort of exciting, it would be solution to all my problems, because I'm happy with my life. I was gonna say I'm pretty happy with my life. Pretty good. Finnish people say pretty good. Most of the things in my life are quite well. But if day trading gives me more money, that would solve most of my problems. And I noticed when I was looking for this, I have a little bit of flu. So when I was looking at these, well, not flu, I don't know what it is, but there's some congestion. If you have congestion, that might be the right word. I'm not sure what it means. I'm pretty sure what it means. Pretty good. So when I was looking into these jobs that people do, food delivery, being basically any kind of customer service or anything, at least in LA, the most money you can make with like entry-level job, if that's the right word, is pretty much 20,000. Not, I've been listening to the day trading podcast, so I need to talk about thousands. So the money you can, most money you can pretty much make is $20 or sometimes $25 if you work in a nice gym as a concierge or receptionist. And if I work a job that pays $20 per hour, that's $160 per day, maybe a little bit over $3,000 per month, which I need to make more money to make this make sense. So there's lots of that kind of jobs that really don't offer you, I guess you can proceed in your career, but I don't want to proceed in my other careers. That if you work in that job, you get just enough money to pay your bills, but really that's it. And I don't see that as a long-term or good solution in any way for a 45-year-old man with a family. So I need to find these jobs that are like weird jobs, because I don't have any specific job skills apart from film production, all that, and I'm really concentrating on acting and comedy and music and all that stuff. So I don't want to go in production full time, and I don't have So part-time jobs usually pay about $20 per hour. And I need to make more for it to make sense to spend that much time doing anything. So with day trading, you can make thousands of dollars a day. So that would be good. But maybe with this podcast, because I'm going to be having ads, maybe there's already some kind of automatically placed ad on this podcast, on this episode. So maybe that will bring my income. Bring me income. But yeah, so I've been trying to find a solution for this. For this money thing. Not that one. I don't know where it ends. So that was an ad for a Finnish band called CMX. So I've been, I get this nervous, interesting, because usually I breathe normally, but because now I'm on a mic, I'm very aware of my breathing. Relax. Maybe you can hear the helicopter in the background. So, about my immigrant story tour. I have it here. I'm opening my other phone because one of the phones is recording this. The first show. So I wrote my one. The monologue. The interesting thing with that was that Finlandia Foundation wanted the virtual show before any of the live shows. But usually when you do a stand-up video, you perform it and workshop it for a long time and then you record it. But they wanted the virtual show, so it was really interesting to do it because I thought, well, this might be a problem, but it was not, because it really worked well for me, because that's the way I wrote the show. So I put 2 iPhones in my room with the self-tape area in my mini studio, and I had my guitar. I have my guitar there, and then I started coming up with the show. Of course, I thought about something before, but then I did a few minutes a day. I tried different ways. I recreated it. Then on the next day, I did some more. And then when I edited, I had lots of options how to do it. And then I chose the best one. And so I wrote the show by videotaping it within about 2 weeks. But of course, most of a big part of the stuff that I have done that is in the show, including the songs, are everything that I pulled from my past as a performer and some of the stand-up bits there. So I wrote the show by videotaping it, and then I submitted them the virtual show, and that was the show. But then my first show was in Washington, D.C. in the Finnish embassy in I think probably March, but I'm just checking. March 8th, Washington, D.C. So before that, I had about 10 practice shows in LA Finnish Center, Suomi-kerho here in North Hollywood, where I had some notes. I started running it in front of the audience, and I made changes after each show. I had written the notes based on the video that I did. And the first real show was in Washington, D.C. And those workshopping shows were really, really helpful, because then I heard the audience response, and also after each show there was a Q&A. Well, there was not even actually Q&A. There was more like that I was wanting some feedback and ideas from the audience, which I got. So I heard what worked and what didn't work. Washington, D.C., the Finnish embassy, that was really exciting because it was a high-profile setting. It was some kind of fun, like a Kalevala Day. That's the Finnish national epic. It was. I dropped my pick. Okay, it's there. It was a Kalevala Day, and it was a nice dinner. So it was a little bit of high-profile event. But I'm happy that I didn't destroy the whole. I didn't ruin the whole event. Then in April, Finlandia Foundation National Board meeting, Hancock, Michigan. That was also exciting because all the board members who had, or probably many of the people who had chosen me as a performer of the year, were there, and it was a high-profile event too. The only thing with that, which was really not a problem, all the people didn't have seats, if I remember correctly, but they also wanted my show to be shorter. I think it was about 20 to 25 minutes instead of 40, which is good because there was dance and some quality programming compared to my show. So my show wasn't too long, but it was great to see all the Finlandia Foundation people. Then Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, April 14th. Oh yeah, that's the next day. And then I flew to Philadelphia on the next day. That was exciting because that was like a normal show. There was a Philadelphia Finlandia Foundation chapter. They had a space, and a corner and a microphone and an amp, and I was just able to do my show there, and they were really nice. At that point, I already had 2 shows that I had done in front of official people wearing suits. So Philadelphia was nice and relaxed because it was people weren't wearing suits. It was just a nice, maybe Easter dinner or something, Easter lunch or something like that. It was very, very friendly atmosphere. I liked it. And then I saw my friend who directed an indie film called Couples of Wife Carrying. So I saw him in Philadelphia. I hadn't seen him for a long time. And then June, Finlandia Foundation's Baltimore chapter. That was really fun. That show was in someone's yard, or the host's yard. And that was great. There was some Finnish people, some Finnish American people, maybe 40 people at the most, but also some kids, but that's no problem because my show is family friendly enough. And my show is in English. My show is in English, so also Americans come and see it. And that's good because many of the spouses don't speak Finnish. And many of the third generation Finns don't really speak Finnish either. So that was in the host's yard, and it was fun outside summer show, and there was also her neighbors. So there was like regular American people watching it. I really liked it, outdoor show. And we performed the Sauna song with the host. Then then kesäjuhla summer party program at Saima Park in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. And that was like going to a Finnish folk music festival. Well, there wasn't that much Finnish folk music, but there was. Yes, that's why I'm thinking about it, because it reminded me of a Finnish Kaustinen folk music festival. There was a Finnish folk dancing and there was Finnish folk music. Outdoor venue. That was really fun. The odd or unique thing in that was that the audience was on the both sides, which happened somewhere else too. So there was really not only few people in front of me because it was this big outdoor tent, but there was audience on the right and left, so I needed to take that into consideration. But I think I did okay with that. Very nice and warm, lovely people. Then Duluth, Minnesota, and this was FinFest. The biggest something, probably the biggest Finnish American festival in North America. And we were there with our band Hauliwood Vampires, now called Hauliwood Dreams. And then I also did my show. I had my own show, and then I did a part of my show in Gala. Gala. Yeah, I checked how to pronounce it. It can be said Gala or Gala. Gala. Oscar Gala. Academy Oscar. Yes. So that was one. So we also played that. We had a great opening band before our band. I don't remember the name of that, but they were playing once again old Finnish folk music, like in Kaustinen Finnish Folk Music Festival. But that was, we were there with Jaakko and Maria for like 3 to 4 days. North Dakota, Norsk Höstfest. I guess this is the biggest Scandinavian festival in North America. I don't remember what these are, but I mean, I remember what they are, but I don't remember if they're biggest of what. But it's probably biggest Scandinavian. Yeah, so that was interesting. There was lots of Viking stuff because it's a Scandinavian festival. Finns were underrepresented. They were the least represented. Excuse me. That was a really big festival. I think there was thousands of people. It was like a con, like Comic-Con, where I have never been, like messut in Finnish. So there was many halls where people were walking around. And I had 5 shows there. Sometimes in the mornings and sometimes in the afternoons, but it was good. There was I think at the time watching there was about 30 to 100 people. But there was 100 of people passing by the area. So many people got exposed to my show. Then New York City. New York, there was a gala, fundraising gala for their local chapter. I think it was for that, but it was their event anyway. And I got to open for Ismo Leikola, and I did about 10 minutes, which was I did 10 minutes part of which, and I did part of my show there. My length of my set was about 10 minutes, and then I improvised a little bit. That was people were dressed nicely there. I think I even dressed a little bit more nicely to that. Then there was a Philadelphia Sauna exhibit opening. Yes, in the American Swedish Heritage Museum. So even Swedish people wanted to book me for their show, which was great. They had a big sauna exhibit, sauna exhibit, and I did my show for Swedes. There was some Finnish people too, and I also did part of our sauna song. If you wanna make friends in Finland, you gotta put on your birthday suit and let your hair down, cause we don't play around. We be chilling in the heat, listening to the sound of the kiuas. So throw in some löylyä lisää. Tervetuloa saunaan sisään. Get your butt on the seat but keep your distance. And then there's the chorus. Let's go through the sauna basics. Let's face it, it sounds kind of crazy. Kiuas, you throw water on the rocks. It can be electric or heated with some logs. Löyly, that's the steam coming up. That's the spirit of sauna. Did you mean sauna? Yeah, well, call it what you want. Bastubanya, hammam, Korean spa. Please let me show. I can't really sing. Please let me show you how my Finnish heart rings. This is my nature. So usually someone else sings that. So then I did the part of that sauna song. And a couple of more shows. And after Philadelphia, San Diego, Balboa, Finnish House of Finland, Balboa Park. That was also special because I recorded my special, I guess that's a comedy special is called. So I recorded the shows. I had 2 shows and I recorded both of them with Jaakko Manninen. Well, not with Jaakko. Jaakko actually recorded, but we recorded the shows. So I haven't started editing yet because I don't want to put it up before I have a show next year in Colorado and for Los Angeles Estonians. So I don't want to put it up yet. So eventually I will be releasing a recording of that San Diego show. It looks good. Jaakko shot it really well. I don't know how I did. I know one of the shows was better. The first show, Jaakko gave me some really good notes because in the beginning of the show I have this part I play like American and then Finnish national and then I play, like Jaakko said, California national anthem and then Finnish song, the kotimaa kun taakse jäi. Sininen ja valkoinen, blue and white. So I played these songs and before that I've always played them really seriously, like Jaakko said, no, you need to, I don't remember what he said, but the way I understood it, that I need to really share it with the audience, like bring audience in there to be there with me. And I did that on the second show because he gave me that feedback after the first show. I did that on the second show and I think it was much better. It became more relaxed. I was having more fun. And at this point, because I have had several shows, the show was already pretty relaxed. But interesting, like, because when real stand-up comedians record their record their set, they have been touring for years, or at least in America, they have done hundreds of shows, but now I had only done like 10 official shows. But the problem with also this show is that there's not that much audience to perform it to, unless if Americans start liking the show, which might be the case because I'm hopefully having this show in some LA comedy clubs. At least in one of them, we're trying to set it up, and then there probably would be some American people, mainly American people in the audience. I don't know who would come there. So anyway, I felt that San Diego was a good spot to record it in because the show was in pretty good shape and I had done most of my tour, and I really don't know if I have many opportunities to do the show anymore because there's just not audience, because I've been sometimes posting about it on LA Finnish Network Facebook group, because I wanted to often do like warm up or rehearsal shows, because I have a break between some of the shows. So I've wanted to do warm up performance that I can go to people's places, and I've also done it in someone's living room as a warm up show. So I don't know if there's that much audience for me. So anyway, San Diego was sort of a good spot to record it in, but I hadn't done 100 shows like some Americans have, some pro comedians have. So we recorded that. I don't know what I was talking about. But anyway, after San Diego, sorry, I just hit the mic. So after San Diego, rock the microphone, and then FinFun New England weekend. That was a Finnish American fun weekend in Troy, New Hampshire, and that was really great. Lots of Finnish America lovers, lots of people who have Finnish American backgrounds or are interested in Finland. And there the show was also that because it was in their dining hall, that I was in the middle, and I needed to perform to both sides. Like there was audience not in front of me, not in back, but only on left and right. And then on the next day, I got to, with their local MC, Steven, I got to do this improvised riffing stand-up comedy 1 hour talking about, well, he had like jokes, he had Finnish jokes, and I just talked about stuff, improvised. I need to watch it. I recorded it, but I haven't watched it yet. But it was like funny chatter. He was very funny. And then I also had Los Angeles Finnish Consulate. That was the last show a couple of weeks ago. Here in LA, where there was people who consulate and some people who I had invited to. And that was fun. It was in their lobby. There was about 40 people. I'm a consulate lobbyist. So there was about 40 to 50 people. Nice people. Only good people come to my shows. So that was the beginning of my monologue, my immigrant story. It's year 1987. I'm 8 years old. Well, I'm not gonna do it here now. Yeah, so the year has been really interesting, artistically excellent, financially tough. because I'll be getting money off those shows, but like I said, I need to find some kind of solution to make more money. But since I'm in LA, everything is possible. Maybe my agent will call me right now and give me an audition for a big TV show. But I've noticed that from before that it's never a good idea that if your income really depends on, it desperately depends on booking the next part. No, I don't actually think that way. I think it's at least this is what I've said previously, that for me it works that my income only comes from acting and creative work, including this podcast, because it pushes me that then I need to create, I need to do stuff. Because then if I have a nice cushion, I guess that's the word. So if I have a steady income from some other sources, then there's nothing pushing me being more creative. But so that's what I thought. Well, I'm doing this podcast now. Maybe this will bring me enough money so I don't need to do day trading. But I guess the expenses in America are just so big, and because I'm not booking the big acting gigs, that I'm open to other ways of making money. Excuse me, but the only one that I have found inspiring and something that I could do is the day trading. I think this far I have made about $20. But like the guys on YouTube say that it's really, you don't need to make that much money, but you just need to try to be consistent with that. And when you're consistent, then the amounts get bigger. So I'm gonna start a day trading podcast. So I'm very excited if we really I get to perform this my immigrant story in one of the LA comedy clubs. We are working on it and hopefully I can announce it soon. We are hoping it will happen, and that would be very exciting. Very, very exciting. And now I'm going to audition to play a security guard. And after that, I will edit this podcast. Well, there's not actually much to edit, but I'm just going to put it in the right format. And tomorrow, I'm interviewing Anna Easteden. She's a Finnish actress. She's a Finnish actress who lives in America. So I guess she's Finnish-American actress now. She has been in, I think she's been in 2.5 Men. And Los Angeles, Kuningas, King of Los Angeles, King of LA, Finnish TV show, and many other things. So I've been talking about interviewing her for a long time, but since my podcast was on a break, but we're back now. We're back. Our team is back. Here, Doc. I'm back. I'm back from the future. Roads. Where we're going, we need no roads. So I'm interviewing her, which is exciting. It's not going to be done in studio. It's going to be done. I'm not actually sure where it's going to be done, but it's going to be done either in my place or somewhere else. Or maybe I'll find a sauna to do the interview. But that's what's going on now. I woke up today at 6 to do the day trading. And I need to wake up tomorrow at 6. Happy New Year. Well, it's not New Year yet. But this is... Let me see. I think that's it for now. I'm gonna try to film one more day of, or hopefully more new days for the film that we're doing, a reunion that I wrote with Katri Manninen, and we're halfway done. It's been halfway done for a couple of years, but hopefully I get some more work done this year. And I'm also editing the improvised thing that we did in Finland in summer. We are editing that. Have a good day. Thank you for listening to With Miska. Next episode, Anna East Eden.